Peskies Pest Control. Put your bugs on the run. Call 205-470-8161.
Hey, so today on the podcast, we want to talk about something we're doing, kind of a Christmas giveaway. It's called the Sleep Soundly Sweepstakes. And what it is it's a free heat treatment to anybody that applies, wins the contest, and they are going to have a bed bug free home. So come in, heat the house, and get rid of any bed bugs that you may have.
Yeah, I'm excited about this. I really, really am. I'm excited about putting it out there to somebody in need because let's face it, bed bugs. Okay, let me start off by saying I wouldn't pick any insects to live with. Okay, I mean roaches, ants, silverfish, earwigs. I wouldn't pick any insects to share my home with. But if I was forced to pick, I definitely wouldn't pick bed bugs. Whether it's the fact that they are literally using you as their food source or the stigmatism that surrounds bed bugs, they're just something that I don't want, and I wouldn't wish them on anybody else.
Well, it's funny you say that. I had a customer the other day ask me, what's worse, German roaches or bed bugs? And by far, bed bugs. I mean, really, mites, any other things I can think of, parasitic, insects, fleas, anything like that. Bed bugs are worse. I mean, there's nothing worse than, the horror stories we've heard where customers laying in bed and they can just feel these things munching on them, or they wake up and they can, see them crawling in the sheets, or just the stress that they bring on.
Yeah. I think a lot of people limit their view of the problem that bed bugs cause to only really thinking about the physical aspect of it in terms of like you said, them feeding on us and maybe the allergic reaction caused from their bites or that sort of thing. But really there's just a whole other problem with bed bugs, more so than just the bites. Like I said, there's the social aspect, the stigmatism around having bed bugs. And then there's also a mental aspect of it too. Bed bugs, they're just not limited to just one socioeconomic class. They're not limited to one group of people. People who own $1 million home can have them. People who own a, $90,000 home can have them, and everything in between. And so if you end up with these insects, they can affect you mentally from affecting your sleep. They can make it harder to sleep because, you dread laying down in your bed or dread laying anywhere in your house because you feel like you're going to become a meal. And then that can affect your day-to-day, at work or with your family. I mean, it's just, there's just a lot more than just the physical feeding aspect.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to go over to your family's house for Christmas if you've got bed bugs, because then potentially you could bring it to them. So, and it's funny.
Your family's not going to want to come hang out with you either. I mean, no. Honestly, especially if they know,
Exactly. Well, and we're joking about this, but really, I mean, we've seen it so many different ways that people get bed bugs. I mean, we've had somebody's mother-in-law stayed with them. She had bed bugs at their house. They had no idea. They were infested. We had a lady that was traveling really nice hotels all throughout Louisiana and all that, and she got bed bugs, brought it back to her condo. We've had, Travis, you've had some that
I had a good friend of mine, same thing. He, in his previous job, I mean, he traveled 3, 4, 5 nights out of the week sometimes in different states, working for a national company, and ended up bringing them home to his own house. And, he didn't stay in nasty hotels either.
Yeah. And I think the biggest thing too is once you get them, people don't know what to do. People just, they think that they can treat them with these, store-bought products that really don't work. I mean, they're going to kill the one you spray, just like roaches. They're going to kill the one you spray, but they're not going to take care of the problem. Bed bugs can get in cracks and crevices. I mean, I remember you telling me a story, Travis, and you were at a gas station and you saw one between the crack and crevice of like a sign. We've seen them in firearms. We've seen them at just all kinds of the tightest little crack they can fit into.
Well, I did an inspection a couple weeks ago at a house, and they had initially somehow gotten the bed bugs back in, I want to say June or July of this year. And they bought a whole bunch of, like you said, over the counter products labeled, guaranteed to kill bed bugs, blah, 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 blah. Sprayed everything down. Yeah. Sprayed everything down in the bedroom that was affected, and then thought they were in the clear. Didn't see any more, didn't seem to have any more problems. And now, all of a sudden, here it is in November into December, and they're back. And what I tried to explain to the customers, they never left. You bought these over-the-counter products. They're of a repellent nature. So like you said, they'll kill on contact if they contact. But, what they didn't understand is that bed bugs can go a long time in between feedings. They can survive for a long time before they need to feed again. And so if they had to go and hunker down and hide because of an over-the-counter product that was treated in there, they can wait it out.
That's right. And so I went to a CEU class, and I remember the teacher talking about a boys' home. And the boys' home, all the beds were metal tube style, the old bed frame that we've all had as kids, just hollow on the inside, and they're infested with bed bugs. And that's why we chose heat, because heat is going to penetrate everything. So they had to throw all these beds away because they were doing liquid treatments there at these boys' homes. And they had to throw all the beds away because the bed bugs were so deep inside the cracks and crevices of the tube metal frame, they could not get the product in there. So that's why we chose heat, because heat is going to penetrate the walls. It's going to penetrate all cracks and crevices, the bed, pretty much anywhere that bed bug can hide.
Well, and a lot of people have a common misconception. So, we go and we meet with people and we do inspections, people that have bed bugs. And I would be willing to say the majority of the time, all of a sudden you're looking in the room where they're having the problem. It's like, where's the mattress? Where's the box springs or the headboard, or where are these items that are supposed to be in a bedroom? And they're gone. And, so there again, the one that I went and inspected a couple weeks ago, they had just bought the lady that lived at the house a new mattress. Well, you and I both know that didn't solve the problem. And yes, these insects are called bed bugs, but the mattress can only be just a small portion of the problem. Usually people don't realize how far these insects will crawl away from you and then back to you to feed on you. And while, yes, they can live in a mattress and live around the seams and parts of the mattress and even the box springs or the headboard, but you're also talking about living under baseboards, living in nightstands, behind wall plates for plugs and light switches and just all these other cracks and crevices. So they're not just limited to the bed. And I hate to see people go and throw away a perfectly good mattress or headboard or whatever article they throw away, thinking that they're helping, when realistically, one, you just moved that item out of the room that was infested or that is infested. So now you run the risk of infesting another room in your house. And then, God forbid, somebody picks your furniture up off the side of the road or the mattress, or you give it away or what have you. Because now they're probably going to have bed bugs too. So you've just, spread the problem, when if you just leave everything in that one room, leave it in that place, and let a company like us to come in and treat, you get to keep all your stuff. So you're not out money trying to buy, new items of clothing, new furniture, new anything like that. And we can guarantee to get into every spot. I like how you talked about the boys' home, because the heat's not going to miss or neglect anything.
That's right. So let's dive into the sweepstakes. So again, we're putting it on Facebook, put it on Google, we're putting it on all these platforms that we can, because we really want to help somebody that's in need and that's having this issue and doesn't know where else to go.
Yeah, definitely. This is something that we've been talking about now for several months, and being able to give that gift to somebody. And that's really what it is. It's us here at Peskies giving somebody the gift of a bed bug free home. And, whether that individual has one or two rooms that are infested, whether that individual and their family have a whole house that has issues with them, these heat treatment that we're giving away can can remedy that situation, and in one day. And I
Be
can't
back the
think
same
of
night.
yeah, exactly. You know, going back and laying down in your bed that very same night and knowing that the problem is gone, the infestation is gone, and then being able to anticipate those family gatherings and having company over, as so many of us do during the holiday season, just being able to give that peaceful sleep and that ability to believe that you can get together with your family and not have an issue with this insect. I mean, I think that's huge.
Yeah, I agree. And I'd also like to just kind of get rid of that stigma of, just that common, oh, well, their house must be disgusting, that, they're living in filth, all that kind of stuff. I mean, I brought back fleas to my house a couple months ago.
Inherent risk of the job, by the way.
from doing it. So luckily I know a guy.
True.
And bed bugs are no different. We worry about that when we do services. I mean, we have to take our clothes off, right outside the garage or around the back of the house and take, really, really high precaution on that. So,
well, and I hate that, because I think as a society, I think that there are a lot of people out there who, like you said, have this negative connotation or negative view on someone with bed bugs. But all of the heat treatments that we have done so far have not been in some stereotypical house that's unkept and not clean. And I mean, like I said, it's so easy to acquire an insect like a bed bug. I mean, you don't have to, have a filthy house or what have you. I mean, it can literally happen to anybody. And just knowing that there's kind of this societal stigma about it, where people just think that someone is lesser than because they have bed bugs, is just completely not true.
Google Peskies Pest Control. Put your bugs on the run. Call 205-470-8161.